Hi guys, it's getting cold again. There's going to be a storm soon, but what was I going to say? Yeah, just wanted to hop on and make a video while I'm out and about. You can see I trimmed up the beard. What I wanted to talk about today was the side effects of Lexapro, like the withdrawals from it. Something that you should watch out for is it's like these zaps, like brain zaps I call them. You feel like you black out for about 5 seconds. It's something to watch out for if you are stopping a medication, just to know that it is normal, because loads of people don't realise this. So like I talked about SSRIs and I made a video on them before, but wanted to just say that that's one that I find common, where I feel spaced out, where I feel like I'm gonna faint, but it doesn't last. It goes pretty quick, It's something to be wary of. It's probably the most common one, where I just feel like, where was I, It's an unusual feeling. He's crossing over again. A second. But yeah, so like I don't recommend exercising with heavy weights at this point, because if you do, I've nearly fainted before. And like I've been on Lexapro now for a while. I've been on and off SSRIs a lot of times, and they all have different side effects, but the main ones would be like low libido. Of course, this is for me, it might be different, but just giving you a warning. If you do experience it, it might be the reason why. I've been on 5 milligrams now of Lexapro since early September, and just safe to say that the abdominal cramps and the diarrhea and all is not worth it. I'm sick of it, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable. It's painful, and the more I'm on them, the worse it gets. I had to come down from 10 milligrams because of the pain, and then I'm getting brain zaps now. It's like your brain literally just shuts off for a second. It's a weird feeling. But yeah, just something to take note of. And I feel kind of lethargic as well, so here's the thing that I never got before, right? So they're supposed to stop depression, right? But they can make you feel more suicidal to begin with, SSRIs. And the reason for that is because they actually block your serotonin receptor. They're literally inhibiting the reuptake, creating more free serotonin, but while they're doing that, they're stopping any from getting into you. So if you're feeling really low, I think that's a pretty dangerous thing to do, and they're a controversial thing. I think there's too much of a reliance on them. Just want to say that. Never advising you to just come straight off anything, but I'm letting you know what I've experienced. I notice it instantly when I stop. This dizziness, feel like I'm about to pass out, but it never lasts. I just wouldn't recommend exercising intensely for about 2 weeks if you do come off any SSRI, because you're going to feel very dizzy. Like, I've come down in doses, but I don't really get it. It's when I stop taking the thing altogether, I feel like I'm falling out in the middle of the road. When a big car comes along, it feels weird. feel lethargic as fuck. But you know what, you can say to yourself, this is just the withdrawals. I feel like doctors are way too quick to go, oh yeah, you're feeling bad because you're not taking your medication, here you go, take it again. Whereas a lot of things are actually caused by the side effects, you know. I didn't have certain issues until I start taking medications, and then that's when I start getting problems. And then they were like, oh, you need to take this because, and I'm like, no, fuck off. I'm not getting hooked on loads of different medications. You know what I mean? I didn't have half the stomach problems that I have now before I start taking the SSRIs. And the funny thing is, not so funny I guess, but not funny, haha, I start getting more anxious. Start getting way more anxious, so that's great, isn't it? What did they help with? I guess I slept a lot though. Mornings were very tough as well, like I was drinking, so give up drinking, you know, give up taking drugs, stop going to places you don't like, maybe then you'll feel better, you know. I find there's way too much of an emphasis on, oh, you feel depressed, take these drugs. Well, why not say, how about you give up drinking, how about you stop? No tiptoe around it, kind of go, no, you need to fucking do it. So I had to give myself a kick up the arse and go, no, you need to stop fucking drinking. I didn't fucking want it, you know, but I had to give myself a kick up the hole. Oh, no, you get away from that. Jesus, he was about to fucking eat bird shit for a second. I think he was just sniffing it, but can't be too careful. Good boy. Just be careful, little man. He worries me sick. Boy. But yeah, like, I wanted to come on and just talk about it in case anyone is going through withdrawals or they're still taking a medication. I've talked about SSRIs before, but let me know if you've taken any mental health medication. Put it in the comments, I'd actually really appreciate it. What side effects did you notice the most? Did it help even? Maybe it did, you know. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. This is purely me going off stuff that I've put in my body and what it did to me. I think there's an over-reliance on medication. I think just keep hearing we've a waiting list, as does everyone by the sounds of it. Come on, Alf, move in, good boy. Come on, come on. Good boy. How are you doing? He's on the trail. Come on now. Oh. Come on. Way too heavily relied upon, and it's not good for anyone. Alf, will you stop? You can't walk him. Look at him. He refuses. Well, we're going to move you now. Come on. Come on. No. Good boy. Come on, let's keep going. He's getting lazy in his old age. Alright, come on, let's go. Good boy. It's a fine balance between making him go too far, but then giving in to him. And retrievers tend to put on weight and then get bad joints, isn't that right? You gotta look after your joints. Yeah, you gotta look after your joints. He's a good antidepressant. Have an Alf around. Good boy. Yeah, we're on the move. But look, this is just my own experience, as I say. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section if you have any, if you have any experience, because no two people are the same. I find that once you start taking one medication and you start getting side effects, they just give you another medication. I had stomach problems from Lexapro, which gives you a lot of stomach problems, and I was bitching about doctors there yesterday, which I'm going to upload soon. And then I'll upload this video. Past tense, present tense, all that jazz. But I was told that, oh, I'll have to go to the gastroenterology department because I'm getting serious stomach cramps. I've stopped taking Lexapro, which a doctor told me wouldn't have that significant an impact. And guess what? Stomach cramps are already going down. Don't feel nearly as bad. Not getting that terrible diarrhea as well. You can get flu-like symptoms as well. Muscle tension, muscle cramps. When you come off the medication, you can get really bad withdrawals sometimes, where you're literally shaking. You're having brain zaps like what I'm getting now. Somebody else said that, and that's exactly what I would say. That's a perfect word of describing it. I thought they were bang on the money with that. It's like a zap. You black out for a few seconds. You're fine afterwards, but you're dozy, you know. I would say headaches as well. Headaches are common. I get them all the time when I come off medication. The last year has been great for me because I've actually started being myself. You know, I was still going out to nightclubs and drinking too much, and that's on me. That's completely on me. Giving myself a hangover, taking medication, and then being invited out, going out, being too anxious to socialise without fucking alcohol. So what do? I don't take my medication, then I drink, then I go back on the medication. It's not a good idea, guys. I don't recommend doing that at all. What I recommend doing is getting as much talk therapy as you can, staying off fucking alcohol. I know it's hard, trust me, I understand completely. It's not easy. People make it out as if I'll just say no or just stop. It's not that easy, because you don't want to say no to going out with your friends. People need to start actually putting themselves in the situation and thinking of how difficult it actually is. If you're in a situation with people where you're uncomfortable, everyone's asking, are you on tablets? Are you? And if you say yes, then people are treating you weirdly. They might not even be being judgmental, like, in fairness. I can't blame people. A lot of times they have been understanding, but I feel awkward, you know, I put that on myself. The brain zaps are starting to come, so just bear with me. But yeah, you know, it's like people aren't necessarily even being harsh. They're genuinely concerned, and that's fair enough. Some people are like, don't be a pussy, have a drink. And I've literally gone out before, and there was a girl that I had a falling out with, and she was working at the bar, and I was like to my mate, will you go up and get us just a blackcurrant and water or something? And he's like, he literally said to me, I'm not going up to the bar for you unless you get an alcoholic drink. And I was like, oh, for fuck off. Like, and of course, what did I do? I went, alright, get us a pint of Heineken. Oh. But then, like, that thing just snowballs into another thing, you know. It's very easy to happen. I don't think people realise how easy it is to happen, but I'd say the biggest damaging factor of people's mental health, especially young people's, is alcohol. You know, we don't want to say it, it's the elephant in the room, but yeah. So how about, rather than adding in an antidepressant, which you shouldn't mix with alcohol, which you probably fucking will, because we all seem to, I'm guilty of this myself. How about we take away the alcohol and give you life skills that you can take forward with you, you know? Give you something that you can look forward to that doesn't involve getting shit-faced all the time. Because I feel bad that I had to take a step back from playing rugby, but I did. You know, the reality of it is rugby and alcohol go hand in hand a lot of times. And I don't hate that, I love it. As I said before, there's nothing I love more than sculling a few points after playing my game and watching everybody else suffer. You know, you're sitting up at the bar having a laugh with everybody after you're having a joke about the game, you're talking about how well you played, and people are giving you praise. You know, you're having a load of gargle with black eyes and broken fingers. You have a good laugh, you do. It is a good laugh, but I certainly became excessive with it, and I felt like I'm after playing well. I used to just play the game and then that was that. Now I can have a few drinks, I can have a laugh, I can socialise. People say what a great player but also a great lad that I am. Never had that before. I always had, he's a great player, but he's a bit odd. Whereas now people are inviting me out. That's addictive in itself, you know. And then when you literally are just told, right, here's a few antidepressants, chuck them at you, take them, don't drink on them, that's it, now get out of my office. Doesn't fill you with a lot of confidence. And I think we're all guilty of building up this, this sort of attitude that, oh yeah, just when I said to my doctor I wasn't feeling well, they took care of the rest. Really? Well, introduce me to your fucking doctor then, because that's not what's happened with me, and I've been to loads of different people now. It's just take this drug, go back on this drug that you didn't feel good on. You know, if that makes you feel bad, here's another drug. You know, it's just doping you up with every fucking drug under the sun. Maybe what you need is to come off everything. Stop smoking weed, stop drinking alcohol, stop putting shit into your body, and you're not going to have to put more shit in.